Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. If you're an English learner, you've probably heard the advice. Go watch TV series if you want to become a good English speaker. In this video, I want to talk about why learning English through TV series can be one of the most misleading or dangerous tips. And I will also explain why you don't need to watch a lot of TV series to become a good English user. Don't forget to stick around till the end of the video because I will give you better, more accessible, and more understandable alternatives to TV series. So let's get into this. Let's start by talking about why TV series are so popular in the English learning community. If you look online or read articles, you will see advice like TV shows use authentic English or it's real English spoken by native speakers. But here's the problem. Some TV shows use exaggerated or scripted language that doesn't reflect everyday speech. It is often over-exaggerated, dramatized, and fictional. The language is carefully written by screenwriters to show emotion, build suspense, or make the audience laugh. It is not a true reflection of how people actually talk in everyday life. You'll hear tons of idioms and jokes because the writers are trying to keep your attention. But if you think about it, we actually don't speak like that in reality. Think about Chandler Bing from Friends. Does anyone talk like that? Or take the example of Game of Thrones or House of Cards. Unless you are living in medieval times or working in politics, this vocabulary won't help you in daily life. So why did TV shows become such a go-to method for learning English? I think it is probably because in the past we didn't have many resources to go. Maybe 20 years ago, we only had boring audio tapes or textbook dialogues. Then came imported TV series, which felt fresh and exciting. Apart from foreign teachers, we had no real way to hear how English was spoken naturally. So TV shows felt like a better alternative. Here are 3 big reasons why relying on TV series might backfire. First, they can discourage you. The language in TV shows is too often perfect. If you've been watching for 5 or even 10 years but still can't speak like that, it is very easy to feel frustrated. But it is natural. What you see in TV shows is scripted and perfected. Real life isn't like that. Any perfect person's story or sentence you see is probably designed to look perfect. Number 2, subtitles are a double-edged sword. If a show has subtitles, you might rely on them too much and ignore the spoken English. But without subtitles, you might not understand anything, especially if the language in the show is difficult. Most learners rely on subtitles, even native speakers sometimes do, because the language is so fast, idiomatic, and advanced. Ideally, we should develop techniques to gradually reduce our reliance on subtitles. But if we don't, watching TV shows with subtitles all the time is not helpful. Number 3, people don't repeat episodes. Repetition is one of the most important parts of learning English, but TV shows are long with many episodes. After finishing one, you're tempted to start the next. Platforms push you to keep watching. Your brain wants that dopamine hit from a new story, but when we watch the same thing again, that hit gets weaker. It is just how our brain works. 2 years ago, I finished the 6th series of Breaking Bad in just 2 months. After finishing that series, I remembered nothing except methamphetamine and the names of the characters. That's why we avoid watching the same episode twice or a third time, even though repetition is exactly what we need to improve our English. Based on all these problems, we might need to look for new materials that have the right difficulty level, something we can understand without subtitles, at least after a few views, aren't too long or addictive, so we are not constantly chasing the next episode. And use real language, spoken by real people in real situations. We don't speak like the Queen in The Crown, or like Jon Snow in the Game of Thrones, or Frank Underwood in House of Cards. Those are fictional characters. That's not how regular people talk. So we have better alternatives, solo media and real speech. What made me want to make this video in the first place was my experience. I was not very into TV series back then, but as I developed my English proficiency all the way, I somehow discovered the other way around. Thanks to the internet, we now have solo media, content made by individuals. And I believe this is the best material for English learners. We have podcasts where it feels like someone is actually talking directly to you. But here is the tip. Download the video, turn off the internet, and remove the distractions. No autoplay, no next video. That way, you won't be tempted to keep scrolling, and you can focus on repeating the same video multiple times. As for TV series, I just watch them for the sake of entertainment. I help myself relax, read the subtitles if I need them, and do not care about the words in them. Okay, that's all I think about why we don't actually need to watch a lot of TV series to improve our English proficiency, because we have more alternatives to go. You can actually search for and look for any content creator or channel that hits the chord with you. Okay, that will do it. This is the end of the video. I'm Shawn English here. Remember, happy learning, and I will see you next time.